Okay, so good evening everybody and welcome to today's class where we will be focusing very specifically on the legs and working on the connective tissue, specifically around the tendons of the hamstrings and the adductor muscles, so the groin muscles. So just take it as it comes. Of course, especially when we're doing these poses where we're working on the legs, just make sure you don't push too much at the beginning, because then you'll have to come out of it sooner. So rather go in slowly and just work with gravity and the weight of your body to get the advantage of these poses. So as usual, let's start with in a comfortable seated position, and today just for a change, let's focus on the attention where we move first of all from the head to the chest and then down to the abdominal area. So first of all, just getting into a comfortable seated position with your shoulders back and down, the arms relaxed and the hands relaxed on your knees. And first of all, just connecting with the breath. How are you feeling today? And then let's bring the attention, first of all, to the area of the head. So behind your eyes, I'm just noticing how it feels there. Does it feel tight or sore or tense? And now let's just take 3 deep breaths, keeping the awareness on that area. So inhaling 1, exhaling. Inhaling 2. Exhaling. Inhaling 3. Exhaling. And then noticing how that feels. And bring the attention now down the back of your head, down your neck until you reach the area of your ribs. Then just allow the awareness to flower outwards. Just checking in with the area of your chest, around the lungs. Once again, how does your breathing feel? Does it feel restricted? Does it feel open? And once again, 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Then slowly moving the attention down the back of the spinal column until you reach the area of your lumbar spine. And then from here, allowing the awareness to move to the abdominal area. And then from here, the last 3 breaths in this area. So inhaling 1, exhaling. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. And then return to your natural breathing, just checking in now with your body, your breath, and your mind. Okay, so let's slowly open the eyes and move yourself off the bolster. And we're going to start with a reclining butterfly, just for 3 minutes to start off with. So remember placing the soles of your feet together. And what I always suggest is having 2 blocks close by. Because sometimes when we get into this position, after a while it becomes too intense for the muscles in between your legs, and so you might want to add the blocks underneath after a while to avoid too much of a deep stretch in between your legs. Okay, so remember using a pillow, if you need a pillow, underneath your head to make sure your neck isn't straining too much. And then just gently lying down, place your hands on your abdomen if that feels comfortable for you. And let's begin these 3 minutes. Just slowly relaxing the back. So in reclining positions, it's a great way just to dive into the practice in a gentle way. And just noticing how gravity already begins to start as you feel a stretch in the groin muscles. Try to relax your arms and relax your shoulders. And from here, just connect with your breath. And let's do 3 deep inhales together. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can continue with this at your own pace, or just return to your natural breathing. Remember how important it is to connect and be aware of your breath, as it helps to reduce tension in your body and, of course, in your mind. Okay, so from here, just very slowly straightening out the legs into the rebound and just feeling the sensations there. So if you've been chair bound the whole day, if you've been in front of the computer all day, you may find these stretches quite intense because the legs have been immobile, so there's a lot of tension there. So it's very good to stretch out the legs and get some movement into the muscles and nourishment to the connective tissue. Okay, so from here we're going to move to the different poses working on stretching the legs. So grab your belt and I'm going to show you the stretches we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a set of 3 without the rebound, and when we finish 3, then we're going to relax in the rebound and then we'll do the other side. So we're going to start, I'm going to start with my left leg. You're welcome to start with whichever leg feels comfortable for you. Actually, yeah, okay. Right, so come lying down, bend your leg, place the belt over your leg, over your foot, sorry, and from here simply pull the foot towards your head until you feel a nice stretch. You don't need to have your leg totally straight. I would actually recommend to have it slightly bent because otherwise, you know, your knee can be locked in place and then that could be quite uncomfortable. So slightly bent, and then pull the leg until you feel that nice stretch. So remember, the stretch always depends on you. Yeah, so we're not going beyond our limit. We're going to where we feel a stretch and simply staying there. So once we found that appropriate stretch, we just stay there and observing. So of course, if you have been running or walking today, that might feel quite intense because you'll feel quite a stretch in the hamstrings. Remember, always in these positions we try to relax. So relax the leg. Don't tense the leg. And as much as you can, also relaxing the shoulders and the arms. Notice I have my left leg, my right leg bent. You can also have it straight if that's comfortable for you. You just experiment whatever works for you. And if you feel that after a while you don't have much of a stretch, of course, just bring your leg gently towards you a little bit more. Remember, as I mentioned before, Yin is not an easy practice. It's not supposed to be, it's not couch yoga or restorative yoga. We are working to find that edge so we can find where there's a good stretch, but it's not too much for you. Okay, so now from here, we're going to move straight away into the frog, the half frog. And so from here, I would suggest bending your right leg and then grab a block. You might even need 2 blocks and put it to the side. And then simply allow your leg to fall to one side. If the block is not high enough, you can also allow it to fall onto a sofa. If you have a sofa nearby, you can allow your shin to rest on it or the ankle, whichever feels comfortable. The focus here is to get that nice stretch in the groin area. Okay, so once you have established that, and it feels comfortable, then let's relax here for 3 minutes. And what you'll notice, if it's comfortable for you to have your leg resting on a block, you might notice that after a while your body opens up and you can actually bring the level of the block down, and eventually maybe the foot will be on the floor. If you don't feel a stretch, then just simply pull your leg up towards your head. Always being mindful, of course, of not overdoing it at the beginning, because if we go in too strong at the beginning, we need to come out. So going in gently and enjoying this stretch. Okay, so from here, slowly bring your leg up. And then from here, I'm just going to show you from the other side so you can see. From here, we're going to move into a torsion. So we're going to effectively bring the leg across. So now straighten that leg and bring your other leg, bring the same leg that you had down. You're going to bring it over the other leg. And depending on the belt, how comfortable the belt is, you could rest your foot on a block, if that's comfortable for you, or on the sofa. And you could also have your arms stretched out. And this is great because we are combining a stretch of the leg. You could also probably feel it in the hamstrings as well as in the groin area. And we are opening up the front of the chest. So that feels really great in terms of working on relieving tension in the spinal column. Remember, when we do twists, we relieve tension from that area. And also with the arms stretched out, at least if you could stretch out your left arm, you have a sensation, a nice sensation of opening up the front of the chest. And just relaxing there. Okay, so from here, slowly bringing the leg up, bend it, release, and then at last we come to the rebound. So just relaxing in the rebound, just noticing different parts of the body, how they feel now. After we've been working on stretching different muscle groups of the body, hamstrings, groin or adductor muscles. And you probably felt muscles all the way down to your foot. So quite a nice active workout there. Okay, so let's move to the other side now. Grab your belt now, and we're going to do the other side. So for me it will be my right side, so whichever side you started with, of course, the other side. So lying down, and remember this time we're just stretching the leg straight up and just feeling how that feels on this side. Stretching the leg out. You can have the leg bent or the leg straight, whatever feels good for you. And keeping the leg slightly bent and pulling it towards you, trying to keep the arms and shoulders relaxed as much as possible. And as usual, connecting with the breath. Remember, as you feel that the stretch is not enough, you can always bring the foot closer to your head. And remember not to force it, just going gently. Okay, so from here, get your block ready if you need a block, because we're going to slowly allow the leg to fall to one side. So get that ready, get the block ready, allow it to fall to one side, and this, I would suggest bending your other leg to make sure you're a bit balanced. And allow the leg to fall as far as is comfortable for you. It could be on a block, it could be on the sofa. Depends on you, depends on your body. And remember also, this could be different for you depending on perhaps how your leg feels today. Maybe this one has a little bit more tension and you need to have higher blocks. So whatever works for you. Just relaxing into it. Remember, if you need more of a stretch, pulling the leg towards your head. Okay, so from here, remember, bringing your leg up slowly to the center, and then I'm just going to turn around, lower your leg, and then allow it to fall over the other side, over your leg, and your arm stretched out. Okay, so straighten your left leg and bring the right leg over. Your arm stretched out, if that's comfortable for you, and then just relaxing there. It could feel quite intense after all that stretching. Make sure you're going onto a block if that's what works for you, or simply onto the floor. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Just allow your body to move gently into this wonderful torsion, this wonderful twist, where we literally wringing out, twisting out all the tension that is gathered in the spinal column, but also in all those nooks and crannies in our body. Okay, so slowly allow the leg to come up. Release the belt, and let's move to this relaxation and the rebound. Okay, right. So if we come to a seated position, we're going to move on to a little bit more active stretching of the legs. And so we're going to go into the dragon, and from the dragon we're going to stay in the dragon, the low dragon, for 3 minutes. And then we're going to move into a pose that we haven't done before, which is to stretch the hamstrings. So we do lots of hamstring stretching today. So with the dragon, remember, coming on all fours. And then from here, bring the right foot forward. And the low dragon is simply, we're just going to be staying here for 3 minutes. So simply lean your chest on your knee and place your hands on the mat, or if that's not comfortable for you, place them onto blocks. Remember, your leg has to be should be in a sort of a lunge position. You shouldn't have your knee underneath your hip, because then we are not really working on what we call the hip flexors, the muscles that are connecting the legs to the hips. And from here, just simply relax into the front leg. So you can also feel the stretch perhaps in the groin muscles of the front leg, and maybe even in the quadriceps. Depends on your body. So here we often notice quite a lot of tension, particularly in the back leg. So if you notice tension there, just simply relax, notice how it feels, notice the tenderness. Of course, it should stay tender, it shouldn't feel uncomfortable. So just relaxing into it consciously. And also, when you feel tension or resistance coming up, always remember to connect with the breath, because the breath allows the body to relax. It signals to the body it's okay, you can let go. Okay, so from here we're going to move into the new pose, which is basically pushing back and straightening your front foot, or flexing your front foot, and then bring the blocks to either side, if that's comfortable for you. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes, so make sure that you feel comfortable. And from here, what we're going to try and do is try and bring the chest down as far as we can, so we feel this really nice stretch at the back. So basically the hamstrings and the whole of the back area of the body, the back area of the legs that we were stretching in the first pose. So the important thing is, it doesn't matter where you are. You could be here, as long as you're feeling a stretch. So basically working with your body and bringing your body as close to your leg as you can, as close to your knee as you can, without, of course, feeling that this is too much. Okay, so we have just 2 minutes to go here. Just continue relaxing. Whenever you feel the muscles are feeling too tight, just relax. If you feel any discomfort, of course, move slightly out to reduce that tension. And also notice how the sensations change over this period of time. You can perhaps even notice which muscles that it seems to be targeting. Okay, so now very slowly come up and bring that leg back. And now we're just going to sit down just to relax the muscles. So stretch the legs out and just relax. Okay, so let's move to the other side now. So we can be evenly balanced. So coming onto all fours and bring the left foot forward now and coming down into that low lunge. So remember you need your blocks if you need your blocks, so you can put your hands down. Your back leg is in a lunge. It's not straight underneath your knee, so you can get that nice feeling there. And leaning on blocks if you need that, whichever feels comfortable for you. And bringing the weight into the front of your foot. The front foot, not the front of your foot. Front foot. And just noticing how your back leg feels. Quadriceps, hip flexors. Once again, not forcing, just relaxing. And when you feel a little tenderness, just breathe into it, just try to relax that area. as if you are massaging that area. Now very, very slowly pushing yourself back, and we're going to move to that position. You can bring the blocks to help you, flexing your foot, and then slowly leaning forward over that front leg, feeling that stretch that goes from all the way from the top of your leg right down to your ankle. Moving gently into it, not forcing. And then as your leg relaxes, you can move a little deeper. So this can be quite an intense stretch. So as I said before, try not to move too deeply, too quickly. If you find it's too much, then come out slightly. Okay, so slowly pushing yourself up. Bring your leg back. Take away the blocks, and then let's just relax there. So legs stretched out. Yeah. Just noticing how that feels for your leg. Your other leg should feel quite alive now. All the different muscle parts been stretched. Okay, so let's move to the last pose of today before the final relaxation, and that is the supported bridge. We're going to stay in this position for 5 minutes. So remember always with the supported bridge, You can play around with the position of the block. So I recommend starting at the lowest level, and then you can shift it up if you feel like you need more of a stretch. Always being conscious of the position, of the feeling around your sacrum. Remember, the sacrum is right at the end of your spinal column, so it shouldn't be higher up. It should be where you feel that bone at the end of your spinal column. So lying down with your legs bent, lift up your pelvis, place the sacrum on top of the block, and then simply stay there if that feels comfortable for you. And otherwise, you can experiment straightening one leg. If that feels okay, then straighten the other one. And then also you can bring your arms above your head. They can be in a cactus position, they can be straight out, whatever feels comfortable for you. Bringing the arms above the head does also help to open up the front of the chest. So we continue to open up the front of the chest. And then if you feel like later on you can increase the level of the block, so you feel greater compression of the lumbar spine, of the sacrum, but also you will get a deeper stretch in the hip flexors as the arch will be increased. But of course, always working within your limits, listening to your body, remembering the body changes every day. It's affected by the weather, what you've eaten, what you've been drinking, if you're hydrated or dehydrated, if you are stressed, if you're relaxed, if you slept enough. There's so many factors that influence how our body feels. So just being really mindful of that and not bringing expectations to the practice from previous practices, like, oh, I did it a different way last time, or why can't I repeat it? Because it's different. Every day is different. And that's how we continually learning about the body, about its limits, and also about our limits. The fact that we have limits, but we can also play with those limits. We don't need to keep always to the same boundaries. We can experiment and play within our practice, but also within our life. Okay, so from here, slowly bring your arms down, bend your legs if you have your legs bent, and very carefully lift up your pelvis, move the block away, and straighten your legs. And just relaxing here in the rebound, noticing perhaps a warm sensation around where the block was, and a nice feeling of opening up of the whole front part of your body. Okay, so let's grab a blanket and a pillow if you need that. We'll move into the final relaxation. Lying down, spend a few seconds just adjusting your body so you can move into a position of relaxation where you don't need to move. Now let's just do 3 deep breaths together. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and inhaling, and exhaling. And as you exhale, just noticing the state of your body, particularly the area of the legs that we've been working a lot on today. So starting with your toes, just moving your toes a little, scrunch your toes and then relax them totally. And now point your feet, point your toes and relax. Relax your ankles completely. And then relax your shin, relax your Achilles tendon, relax your knees, and feel the relaxation moving up the front of your leg, and the sides of your leg, and then moving to the back of your leg. Relax your pelvis. And feel the upper part of your body relaxing. Shoulders, arms, wrists, and hands. Relax your neck. Your face. And relax your brain. Just allow the whole body to melt away. Okay, starting to move fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles. And bend your elbows. Bend your knees, bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Rock yourself from side to side, just giving yourself a nice massage in the lower back. And then when you're ready, just allow the legs to fall to one side and push yourself into a seated position. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that and your legs feel revitalized and released of all the tension of the day. So take care, and I'll see you on Sunday where we will be diving into some lovely hip openers. Take care. Bye.